for the thick of it all. If they don't give me room, well then I'll give them a wall. I'm gonna smoke my tires when the victory calls. I'm gonna be there, be there. I wanna see my face up on the jumbo screen. Feel the white hot metal of a winning machine. Because you win or you lose and there's no in between. I wanna be there, be there, be there.
NASCAR on speed. Be there.
Our fifth chase race of the season sends us off to the Arizona desert. We're here at the Phoenix International Raceway for the running of the Subway 250. After today's event, we will be halfway through our fight for the championship. Jake Galloway, one of our chasers, is on the pole for today's race. Two's outside is the 21 of Kashawn Richardson. Then third is Francis Dustin. Fourth is second in points, Keith Stevens. Rounding out the top five, we have Ricky Miller. Then Derek Bouchard, who's outside in sixth. Seventh place is Anton Charles Bois. Michael Sayers in eighth. Ninth is Oliver Galloway, and Reese Bennett rounds out the top 10. The rest of the field is Marshall Burrows, who's inside Stephen Taylor. Then there's Code Luigi with Daniel Price. Behind them, Cynthia Bright and Trey Rainey. And then we have Blake Petrus with Max Rossi, Riley Spurleytube, and Landon Lyons. Then there's Lawrence Palapon and Matt Hamill. Jonathan Buford with Lord Alano. Then Luke Rainey and Eli Tomlin. Mike Burrow with Marcus Sachi. Then we have points leader Racer starting at the back of the field. This could be detrimental to his point situation. He has a great comfortable gap though that could be erased with this one race. Mathis Wells to the inside, then Jack Canarama and Roland Cook, Anthony Hernandez and Tim Randolph. And in the final row, 41st is Danny Bright, and in the final row, 35th is Danny Bright, and 36th is Danny Lloyd. So there is our starting lineup for the Subway 250 here at Phoenix. Let's get going with our starting command. The field of 36 rolling off the starting grid for our fifth chase race of the season. And so far, 4 chase races in. It's been the Racer Show absolutely dominating the chase. He has 11 points over the next closest guy, Keith Stevens. He has a full race over Keith Stevens. If Stevens finishes first and Racer finishes last, Sir would still be tied with Stevens for the points lead. That's a tie for third. Code Luigi and Derek Bouchard tied for third and points. We'll see how it changes. 30 laps here at Phoenix. Let's get going. We're green in the desert. Galloway, great jump to his race, leads lap number 1 from the pole. Francis Dustin second. They have Kashawn Richardson and Ricky Miller side by side for third, with Anton Charles the 51 coming with Oliver Galloway on the inside. They race off turn number 2 down the backstretch. 11 still holding that lead. The 84 up to second, the 12 up to third. They go through 3 and 4. The flat turns 3 and 4. Contact made between the 12 and the 84. If the racetrack goes Francis Dustin. Ricky Miller comes from the bottom lane, will take second at the start-finish line as Jake Galloway leads yet another lap. And everyone's scrambling for the bottom lane here. It's the preferred lane here at this flat racetrack. You want to be on the bottom at all costs. 3 wide through the middle. Kashawn Richardson, a big run there in the 21. Big move for that 21 to turn 3. 3 wide for third. They're making contact, spinning together. Is up front for the lead. Miller all the way at the racetrack goes Jake Galloway. Anton Charles Bois coming forward. Look at them going crazy at the front. Galloway gets the lead around, goes to Matt Hamill. The 7 in the wall. In the middle of the field, the yellow flag will come out. And trucks are involved. Big contact. The 4, the 19 is involved. The 07, the 17. And some of the field is racing back to the yellow flag. Jake Galloway included. Here comes our race leader to turn 3. Jake Galloway's led every lap so far from the pole. Oliver Galloway's up to second. Stephen Taylor third. It's a battle for second as they come off turn 4. Jake Galloway leads them back to the caution flag. Oliver Galloway will be second. And it looks like Anton Charles Bois edges Stephen Taylor for third at the start-finish line. Alrighty, lap 4 contact. Jonathan Buford involved. Danny Lloyd, Blake Petrus, Matt Hamill the first go-around. Landon Lyons was involved. And how about Racer? Is he alright? The 30 truck right now currently scored 29th. Is he good? Did he get some sort of damage in that? We'll have to see on the replay. So let's see what happened to Matt Hamill the 7. Spun out in front of the field and collects about I would say 4 or 5 trucks with damage. We said we saw them going crazy, and this is definitely crazy. They are 4 wide here at the Phoenix International Raceway. It's the 2 down low, the 3 as well. And you see right here through the corner, up the racetrack, the 3, I think, contact with the 2. And right there, the 4 into the wall, Cynthia Bright there. How about Riley Spiro 2 just getting collected a little bit, gets hit right there to get going straight. The 88 and the 19 make contact. There's the 07 spinning with Luke Rainey. Here comes Ray Sir into it. Sir trying to get by Mike Burr. I mean, a lot happened there. I couldn't really tell what was happening. We have a few different camera angles of it. Hopefully we can see everything that happened right here. The 4 wide to turn 3. The 2 make into the 3 right there. Sends him up the racetrack into the 19, then into the 4, the 7. 33 into the wall. The 60 comes down. Right there, the 88 and the 19 get together. The 17 hitting the 60. There's the 07 spinning off the 29. I mean, a lot going on here at Phoenix off turn 4. 4 wide was never going to work. Sometimes 3 wide doesn't even work. See, Peter's right there getting into Danny Bright. The 80, I think, saved the truck. I mean, a lot of chasers were in the middle of this, and they all, I think, escaped it. Anthony Hernandez escaped it. We saw Ray Sir escape. I mean, they were all back here, right near it, and they were able to get through. Let's go on board with our 30. Ray Sir, our points leader at the back of the field, avoids calamity in front of him. Shot that pole. He wanted to get away from him as quick as he could. He did a great job there, just getting on the brakes, not panicking too badly. Anthony Hernandez on board. One of our chasers missing. Great job by the 13 as well, getting it slowed. And one more onboard chaser, Danny Bright, the 88, gets into the inside wall. How bad is the damage? Did make pretty severe contact with the right front. Be interesting to see if the 88 is any slower on this restart. Well, from the pole, Jake Galloway's led every lap so far. He pulled away to a nice gap. Jake Galloway now has a restart to deal with Oliver Galloway behind him on his bumper. Jake is going to lead us back to the green flag, number 11 truck. One of our chasers is out front. Coming back green, lap number 9, Jake Galloway, the 11, has led every lap from the pole and is out front for this restart. No trucks actually retired from that. Matt Hamill and Jonathan Buford are just a lap down. So 34 trucks on the lead lap and 36 on the racetrack still running, trying to get whatever they can out of this day. Racer, our points are currently scored in the 30th position. Not where he wants to be. He will lose a ton of points if he finishes back there. And right now, our front 3 are chasers. Jake Galloway, Oliver Galloway, and Anton Charles are the front 3. 2 non-chasers, Stephen Taylor and Francis Dutton. Chaser Ricky Miller are the front 6. Back racing, second in points. The 25 is further back there inside the top 10. But as they go through 1 and 2, the Galloway's up the racetrack first and second. Jake gets away as Oliver got tight in the dirty air. Look at them moving out 3 wide down the backstretch. That is the 21 in the middle. Down low to the 23 of Daniel Price. They come together to turn 3. 3 wide contact made the 21, the 12. Up the racetrack for both of them. They're going to lose positions. Look at Miller back to the 21. Not happy with Richardson. Oh, but pushing him down the front stretch. Now moves to the inside trying to get by. And that hurt the 12 badly. That's one of our chasers. He's obviously not happy with the non-chaser. As Keith Stevens gains a few spots. Up to 8th for that 25. Up front, Anton Charles moves by for second. Moves by Oliver Galloway. Now Charles big run to the inside, the 11 of Jake Galloway, coming to 20 laps go. Third of the way done with the Subway 250. Jake Galloway, the 11 leads. Anton Charles in second. Galloway's led 10 laps so far today. All 10 run. 3 wide back here. Trey Rainey, a big move to the inside, the 23 and the 44 as they race down the dog leg. Trey Rainey wants to win a race this season. He's not won one. He sees his brother Luke go out and win 3 of the last 4. I mean, Trey is hungry for a victory here in the Pennzoil Truck Series. Season number 1 champion. Has not won this season. He wants to get another victory. I believe he has 5 in the Truck Series. He's up inside the top 5 now. He's making that 3 wide pass. He's up to 5th as he gets by the 23 and the 44. He clears through 1 and 2. Up the racetrack for the 23 and the 44. They get together into the wall. Hard for the 23. Round he goes. Back there across the track. The 21 involved. Trucks come in. Where's the 30 of Ray Sir? He slows down. Oh, he gets hit into the 13. The 47 upside down onto the 44. 30 hit again. Ray Sir to the outside wall. Heavy damage to that truck. And they're still reckoning 3 and 4. Blake Petrus got around off the 4 of Landon Lyons. Yellow flag is out just before that 40 points. And Jake Galloway leads us back to the caution flag as he has not been touched at all so far today. But the big crash happens inside the top 10. Daniel Price in it, and then it collects many chasers, including points leader Racer. Hard damage to all the trucks involved, Let's see what happened. The caution is out just before the halfway point in the Subway 250. They were 3 wide for a spot inside the top 5. That's Trey Rainey moved to the inside. He actually got by him. He didn't really do anything to cause this crash. The 23 just overdrove the corner. Daniel Price up into the 44, Steven Taylor. That's something they shouldn't really be doing. You're in the middle lane. Don't overdrive the corner. Right there, Price up into the wall hard. The 44, then the 23 spins off of the wall with the 44. Down into the 21 with Kashawn Richardson. Here comes some chasers. Marshall Burrow, Coluigi gets some damage right there, but drives away. Delano, then the 23 slides down. And then the 30 of Racer comes into it. He misses, but then the 13 slow because of the 44 and the 47 from him. And the 13 gets rammed into the 47. Roland Cook flips the 47 upside down. Sir then gets hit by Blake Petrus. Sir up into the outside wall. The 19 then coming up into the 4 lane lines. And the 4 gets into Petrus and sends him into the outside wall, spinning out backwards. So a lot going on there. The yellow flag in the air. And it is a huge crash inside the top 10. They were running for 5th, 6th, and 7th when this all took place. And we're actually lucky we didn't get more drivers involved because of the 44 and the 23 bouncing off the wall. You can see all the trucks avoiding right there. Derek Bouchard does get some damage. Overall, he should be fine though. But Keith Stevens, the 25, missed this crash. Coluigi got minor damage. He missed the crash. Derek Bouchard, we think he got minor damage, but he missed the crash. So, I mean, this could open the door wide open for drivers to close in points on points of the race. Their team might be done. They're going to try and keep that truck in the race, though. Jake Goway is a chaser who's loving his day so far. He got the pole. He's led every lap so far. He's going to be leading the most as he's going to come around his 15th lap of the race. Jake Goway out front in the Subway 250. 14 laps of racing to go once we get the green flag. Jake Goway has led now over half the race. Once he gets to the start-finish line, he will definitely get the most laps led here today. Cynthia Bryce out from that crash, along with Roland Cook, Daniel Price, Steven Taylor, and Kashawn Richardson. 1 lap down is Racer. Right now in a position to get 2 points since Roland Cook has been eliminated. Roland Cook's not in the chase. I don't know what I'm talking about. The 30 right now in a position to get last in the chase. That would be 1 point gained. And with the 25 up here inside the top 10, he could be in a position where he's tied for the points lead. Back racing, Jake Goway leads. Francis Dustin second, Oliver Goway, Trey Rainey, and Charles Water, the front 5 to turn 1. Once again, they all go up the racetrack, possibly trying to find their grip. And here comes Oliver Goway for second down the backstretch. Keith Stevens does not weigh 1. He wanted to get down to the bottom lane quickly to try and get as many points as he can with Jake Goway out front. It's going to be hard for someone to get 12 points other than Goway at this point. But up the racetrack for the 11, can the 00 get there? They come off the 4th turn. Jake Goway leads, Oliver Goway second. 13 to go. Trey Rainey for third on Francis Dustin to turn 1. Into Charles Watt in 5th, watching this battle up ahead. Trey Rainey to the inside for second. They race off 2 and down the backstretch, side by side. As they enter turn 3, Trey Rainey in the inside lane. Jake Goway at the racetrack. Here comes Trey, a dive bomb through 3 and 4. Gets to the inside lane of Goway. The first battle for Jake Goway all day long. And it's Season 1 champion Trey Rainey was inside. They race side by side to turn 1. Trey Rainey tries to use the inside lane, 12 to go. He has a nose. To the inside, Jake Goway they go. Off turn number 2. Down the backstretch, they race side by side for the race lead. Trey Rainey goes the inside lane to his advantage. He dives it down to the bottom, turn 3. Keeps it down there. Trey Rainey, the 18, out front now in the Subway 250. And into Charles Watt, trying to be the highest finishing chaser, going for a second on Jake. Yeah, the 11 now fading back because he's on the outside lane. That is a point he has just lost right there at the 51, clearing him. Into Charles Watt, now the highest chaser will get 12 points for this finish. Michael Sanders for third, the 77. Jake Goway fading backwards and fast. He's just lost third, he's just lost 4th. Francis stepped up to 4th. Can the Downer truck find a way back in line and finds his way back to the front? He has 10 laps to do so, 10 miles left around the Arizona desert. Up the racetrack, the 77 and the 51 both, and Francis Dustin going for that 3rd position. Jake Goway has a hole down there. If he could jump down there, we'll see if he can. He stays up high for now. And Marshall Burrow going to try and fill that hole down low the 10 truck. Moving forward, getting by chasers left and right. Marshall Burrow comes to 9 to go. Does he have a shot at this victory? Right now, as they battle for second, Trey Rainey is pulling away. The 18 opens up the gap. 9 to go here at Phoenix. Francis Dustin clears to move his way to second. Marshall Burrow, a big run there through the middle of 1 and 2 on the inside lane. Burrow to 3rd, down the dog leg. And that 10 is fast, looking them 3 wide. Alvarado to the inside, Jake Elway in the middle. They're sliding up, contact made, the 11 and the 77 sliding sideways. 00 pushing up into them. They keep it going straight 3 wide, still up front. Inside the top 5, 3 wide. Oliver Galway taking advantage down low to grab the position away. Jake Galway gets in to Charbois. The chasers are in the wall and around they go. Jake Galway's involved. Oliver Galway to Charbois. They spin around in front of the field. More trucks get collected. The 60, the 39, the 2, and the 3. Chasers involved at the crash at the front of the field. Danny Lloyd goes around the 17. Here comes Racer into it. Can he get slowed down in time? He gets high and out of the way. Trey Rain did not want to see that yellow flag. With 7 to go, he will have a restart to deal with. And Marshall Bro is coming fast on that runners up to second. And we'll have about 2-3 laps to try and get to Trey Rain. The damage to the 11, he's right now 4th. But will he have to come down the pit lane? And how about Ricky Miller? Or excuse me, how about Keith Stevens? As he has moved up, missing this crash. If no one retires from the crash, which Anton Charbois will, which means Racer will gain a point. Oliver Galway might retire right here. He will. So Racer will gain a few points there. That means that no one can tie him as of now in the points, but they could definitely close in. This could be a big restart for Keith Stevens. He has to get by the 12 in front of him because that is a point. So as Stevens lines up inside the top 5, Trey Rain will be out front for the restart. But let's see the reason for the caution flag. Involved many of our chasers as they make contact coming off turn 2. And a lot will be done for the day. We saw this 3 wide. We knew that these are chasers right now racing 3 wide. No one was going to give. We saw the contact in 3 and 4. And right here as they go through 1 and 2, Jake always slides up into Michael Sanders. They get up a little too high, get connected, and that sends the 51 down into the double zero for Oliver Galway. They spin around. Jake looked like had missed. Then the double zero comes back across, gets Jake Galloway. Jack Caramo goes for a spin. The 50. Ricky Miller, Keith Stevens make it through. Danny Bright, there's Cole Luigi. Pound at the end. How about Luke Ray sneak his way through? The 28 makes his way through. The 3 and the 2 get involved. The 60, the 77 sitting back there. But a lot of drivers did great jobs just snaking their way through this crash. We mentioned the 12, the 25, the 31, the 88. But then you have some non-chasers like Luke Rainey, Max Rossi, a chaser made through. How about Mike Burrow making it through? I mean, those are some big positions to gain. Here's we're going to be coming to restart. About 3 laps to go. And with some of these chasers now out of the race, how will that impact it? The 00 is out. The 51 is out. The 11 might be done. Racers gain some points now because of this crash. It'll be interesting to see this restart now. As Trey Rain might have the fastest truck in town behind him. Marshall Burrow will line up second. He was coming on that last run. Can he do anything with Trey Rain with this restart? Under 5 to go in the Subway 250 at the Phoenix Raceway. 3 laps is all these Pennzoil Truck Series drivers have to get a victory here at Phoenix. Can they steal it from Trey Rainey, or can Trey hold off the field? We will find out in this restart. Matt Swell's out. Anton Sharpwell, one of our chasers. Jack Cameron, Michael Sanders, another one of our chasers, Oliver Galway, and Lawrence Palapon. Racer right now cannot gain any chase points whatsoever. He's right now locked into a spot unless a crash happens before the white flag, which could definitely happen. We have 25 trucks on the racetrack, 22 on the lead lap. Right now, Racer is locked into a position once again unless a crash happens. Trey Rainey, the 18, out front. Can he hold off for another Pennzoil Truck Series win? Marshall Burrow is second. Francis Dustin third. Ricky Miller fourth. Keith Stevens second in points. Wants that spot from him badly. If he can get by the 12, that is a point. Right now in fifth. Then the 88, the 41 back there are more chasers inside the top 10. 3 to go at Phoenix. Watch how aggressive this 25 might be into turn 1. Danny Bright up the racetrack. Allows the 41 to his inside. That's 2 chasers battling behind. Chasers, Ricky Miller and Keith Stevens. Now they go for side by side for a second, which is only going to help Trey Rainey out. They go through 3 and 4. Coming to 2 to go this time by. Trey Rainey leading. They battle for a second behind. 2 to go. 2 miles left. Chasers lined up 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. All of which have points on the line right in front of them. Coming to the white flag, they battle side by side for the second position. Trey Rainey loves it. Francis Dustin clear. They go through 3 and 4. As long as the 18 puts together one perfect lap, Trey Rainey will be a winner once again in the Pennzoil Truck Series. They come off turn 4. White flag in the air. Last lap of the Subway 250. Trey Rainey leads Francis Dustin. Can the 84 mount the charge on the last lap? 84 at the racetrack. Dustin would take a miracle through 3 and 4 to get that position. Back here they battle. Inside the chase. Stevens could lose another spot. Another point. through 3 and 4 for the final time for Trey Rainey. Up the racetrack a little bit, but the 84 is not close enough. Miller tries a dive bomb, not going to work to get to second. Trey Rainey, checker flag. Rainey back to victory lane in the Pennzoil Truck Series, as he wins the Subway 250 at the Phoenix Raceway. Trey Rainey keeping the Rainey streak alive. Luke won 3 of the last 4, make it now Rainey's winning 4 of the last 5 as Trey Rainey visits victory lane in Phoenix. Let's go see the finish results and how the chase was affected due to this. Here are the finish results from the Subway 250 at the Phoenix International Raceway. 3 caution flags for 12 laps, and only 2 drivers led this race. Trey Rainey won them. He led 12 of the 30 laps. Victory lane for that 18 team. Francis Dustin, the one to end up second here today. Ricky Miller, our highest chaser, in third. Tim Randolph, another chaser, in fourth. And Marshall Burrow rounding out the top 5. With Reese Bennett, 6th. Chaser Keith Stevens, 7th. Mike Burrow, 8th. Chaser Danny Brighton, 9th. And Max Rossi, chaser, inside the top 10. As we look 11th to 20th, Code Luigi chaser 11th. Looked at Anthony Hernandez 15th, a chaser. Jake Galloway, chaser who dominated the race from the pole. The first 18 laps led were by him. He ends up 18th due to a crash. Blake Peters, Luke Rainey round out the top 20. But you look at all the chasers that finished high. You think Code Luigi 11th, that would be a good points day for him. But he had the chaser Ricky Miller in front of him, Tim Randolph in front of him, Keith Stevens, Danny Bright, Max Rossi. Code Luigi at the end of the day was the 6th highest finishing chaser. 6 chasers inside the top 11 finishing there at the end. But it was a 9 chaser that won it. Trey Rainey, the 18. All the glory here today at Phoenix. We looked down a lot of trucks involved in crashes in this, as 22 trucks on the lead lap at the end. 23rd, 24th, 25th a lap down, then 26th on down out from crash damage. At the right side are the point standings. We see Racer does keep that points lead, a 4-point margin over Keith Stevens, who does keep the second position. Stevens with a great points day for him. Cole Luigi is third, but he's still 13 points back of Racer. I mean, he still needs to do a lot in terms of digging into that points lead. And then you have Ricky Miller, a great points day for him, moves up to 4th. He is 14 points back. And you look on down, some drivers falling, some drivers gaining. Derek Bouchard right there, 33 points for him. You look at Tim Randolph, he has 32. It's very close from Code Luigi on back. It's very close, but the front two right now have distanced themselves. We'll see, though, if they have a bad race or two. If both of them have a bad race or two, they can come right back down to the 31s level or, someone like that. So it's going to be a wild chase for sure. One bad race could definitely determine. Now we're halfway done with the chase. So some of these drivers know I'm going to have a shot at the championship, or I might not have a shot at the championship. Like Danny Bright, he might be saying I might not have a shot. Anton Charles Blau might be saying he might not have a shot. It just all depends. Some stuff still could happen. There's still 5 races left in the chase. But right now, some drivers that don't have a lot of points, it's looking grim for them and their hopes. So to kick off the second half of the Pennzoil Truck Series Season 5 chase, we keep it out on the West Coast and go to Fontana for the Sony 200. I'll see you guys then.